You did what I'm saying? You think all dollars I'm a counterfeit. Yeah, wanted money, I couldn't enjoy class.
It's your boy, yadiiiigg, 4 I's, 2 G's, and today I'm here to talk about the XXL Freshman Freestyles. And I actually wasn't planning to do a video on this, but then I got a comment asking me to rank them from like best to worst in my opinion, and I thought, hey, make a quick and easy video. I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on each freestyle, kind of ranking them from worst to best in my opinion. Not much to it really. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about the freestyles, what one was your favorite, what one was your worst, etc, etc. Although I can already guess which one will be the worst. Fucking Cardi. That's all though, I want to get into it. Make sure to follow your boy on all social medias before we get into it. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also make sure to please like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. But let's get it. And I'm gonna kick it off with the one I like the least, which, as I'm sure you can all guess by now, is Playboy fucking Cardi. And fuck, I really can't believe how unprepared he came. Like, as soon as I heard him say "hide it in my sock" in the same flow, I was like, yeah, this is all gonna be downhill from here. He really is about to do this. Nothing else I can really say. Next up after Cardi, we have Made in Tokyo. This one wasn't bad, but to be honest, the bars just weren't good enough. Like on a punchline level, the bars were just generic, and not a single bar stood out for me at all. I like the mumble rap part at the end, and I think that would have looked a lot better if the actual verse part of his freestyle was good, but the actual verse and the bars just weren't good enough. And then after Tokyo, we had Kamaya, who surprised me a bit. I really liked her flow in this one, and she came with some solid bars, you know, telling a story about the come up, and she was able to change her flows multiple times, which was nice. I think her delivery was the biggest gripe for me personally. If she came with a bit more energy to really make those lines pop and really stand out, it would have come across a lot better. But as it stands, it was still decent, and I did like it for the most part. And then after Kamaya, we get to A Boogie. And for what we got from this freestyle, it was actually pretty good. I like the melody he had going, and it kind of worked really well. But I feel like it was too short, and he could have extended it out a bit. Maybe if he changed his flow at the end and came a bit more aggressive with rapping, it would have sounded a bit better. But as it stands, it's not too bad, just a little too short. And then after A Boogie, we get to Cap G, who, to be honest, really surprised me with how well he came. I didn't really like the singing part at the start, but when he switched it up and started rapping and started switching his flows, I really liked it. And he came with a couple nice punchlines on this, but how he flowed throughout the freestyle and how he switched from this flow to that flow really stood out to me and made it really nice to listen to. Then after Cap G, I had X, and I knew X's freestyle was gonna be on some other shit and he was gonna go totally left field with it. And for the most part, I think it worked pretty well. And I do like the sentiment and the ideas in the verse, but I will say that the J. Cole name drop did feel kind of forced to me, and I feel like it was more for attention than anything else. But I can't really hate on this freestyle because you can't really compare it to anything else in this year or previous years, and X was really in his own lane with how he came lyrically, so I liked it for the most part. And then after X, I had Amine, and this one really surprised me, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I really liked how we went from singing, then to rapping, then back to singing at the end. Not really much to say on this one as a whole, but overall I thought it just came together really nice, and he came with a nice delivery and great lyrics as well. Then after Amine, I had Kyle, and fuck, Kyle killed this shit for real. I did not expect him to go in like he did, and apart from P&B Rock, I think this one surprised me the most by far. It wasn't really like a punchline heavy freestyle, and he didn't really have any of those bars that make your jaw drop, but that's not a bad thing in Kyle's case because it really didn't need it. And I thought the way he was able to describe his come up, his life, and what he went through was really fucking great. So overall, a great freestyle, and you can really tell he put in effort. And then after Kyle, I had yadiiiigg, and fuck, yadiiiigg killed this shit without question. Every other bar in this freestyle was a fucking quotable, and the punchlines he came with were just fucking hilarious. Overall, a great freestyle, and you can tell yadiiiigg really wanted to make a statement on this and really stand out, and he did it in a way that only yadiiiigg could do with his funny punchlines and witty bars, so I really liked it. But that brings me to my favorite one this year, which was P&B Rock, and fuck, I did not expect this at all, and this might honestly be one of my favorite freestyles of all time. I felt like in 2 minutes I got like a complete story of his life, from his come up to his family struggles to everything in between. So yeah, overall a great verse, and you can tell he really wanted to make a statement and he really wanted to prove some haters wrong, and he fucking did, and it really made him stand out. And those are my thoughts on the freestyles there. Overall, I was happy with how most of them came. However, a couple of them definitely did disappoint me, mainly Playboy Cardi, to be honest. What the fuck was that? I'm not even gonna try to defend it, but that's all from me today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to let me know what you think about the freestyles, your favorite one, etc, etc. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on all social medias for more.